Hello, hello. Welcome to Movement Medicine Morsels. Hello, beautiful beings. So today we're going to play a little bit with merging some anatomical technology, some and sensation. So this week we're going to be playing with the planes of movement, and if you don't know what they are yet, don't worry. We're going to do them in a gentle, fun way. So today's plane is sagittal plane. So what does that mean? Basically, everything that moves forwards and back, forwards and back. If you think of the archer with the bow going in front and behind, or bicycle, riding a bicycle. So we're going to feel this a little bit in our bodies, in various joints in our bodies, in our spines for sure. And also there's a component that moves into the breath. So first, let's come into our receptive position. I'm going to move back just a little bit because soon we're going to be looking at the spine. But we always want to set a good foundation. We want to have ourselves lined up with the principles of vertical alignment, and we also want to have our breath flowing. So we're getting ourselves in a mood where we're grounded, we're light, we're suspended, and we're also breathing. So we're calm, we're open, we're focused. So let's place our feet. You can wiggle your feet a little bit, plant them on the ground, wiggle your sit bones a little bit so you're aware. We're bringing awareness. And we want to feel that grounding quality of sinking into our sit bones and also into our feet so we connect with the earth. Now that we've got that foundation, let's just rise up as though the top of the crown has a little special hook and we're being drawn up so gently that the whole spine becomes spacious. There's more room in the discs, more space between the vertebrae. And on an inhale, let's raise the shoulders even higher. Spine stays tall, and exhale, that shoulder girdle just slides and melts down. Inhale up with a nice breath in, and exhale, sigh it out. One more of these. And very nice. So now we have our breath, our vertical alignment, and we want to bring in a soft smile, a sense of openness, a sense of curiosity, and a sense of ease. Let's work with movements in the sagittal plane with our wrists. So you may have heard the terms flexion and extension. In today's little session, I'm going to be using them the way that anatomists use them, not the way that we use them colloquially. So let's start with the wrists. We're going to maintain our breath and our seat. So we're going to have our hands out in neutral. And when we lift our fingertips up, this is actually wrist extension. And when we bring our fingertips down, this is wrist flexion. You can lower the hands a little bit. We don't want any tension here. So we're going to follow the spirit of the law, so to speak, more than the letter of the law. So inhale, raise the fingers. Exhale, lower the fingers. And we want to gaze kindly and lovingly at the wrists. And we're not making this robotic. We still want it to flow, even though it's a little bit of a linear pattern. We want to get acquainted with building the flow and the flexibility, and also connecting our awareness. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. Inhale up, exhale down. Just shake that out. Notice how that feels. While we're up here, let's do it for the elbows. We're going to take the palms facing forward here. This is a standard anatomical position, just orients us the same way. As you've noticed, you can flip your palms over, but we'll keep them up. Inhaling, we're going to raise the hands up. This is flexing the elbows. Exhaling, we're relaxing with soft control. That's extending the elbows. Inhale, flexing, and exhale, extending. So we're focusing on the elbows now, those beautiful joints, movements at the joints, getting the flow going. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. Now we can also flex and extend at the shoulders. We're going to keep the palms facing forward just for the heck of it. And we're going to exhale and take the hands as straight back as possible without getting stiff. And on the inhalation, we're going to sweep the hands up. And for today, we'll just keep the palms facing that original direction. So exhale, we're taking the shoulders back. These are the shoulder joints. And inhale, maybe you're happier just coming up a little bit. You don't have to flex the shoulders all the way up. You can start small, and maybe you want to go a little higher. Inhale, exhale, and one more time. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's just let that sit a little bit. And now we're going to work from the top of the spine down with flexion and extension, starting with the head and the neck, but remember we're nice and tall. Exhale, flex the neck, chin to the chest. Inhale, chin rises with lots of space at the base of the skull, a lift. And exhale, gently flex. Make it pleasant. We're not trying to get into end range of motion necessarily. We just want to find the joy and what might be interesting or noteworthy about flexion and extension. And if you stay with these little sessions during the week, we'll go through all the planes together. Okay, so now let's flex and extend the upper part of the spine. So this will be the rib cage area. Notice I'm not moving so much in the pelvis. Trust me, we'll get there. So exhale, I'm flexing the thoracic version of the spine. And inhale, I'm extending. So we're focusing on the chest, pulling the chest back on the exhale and opening the chest forward on the inhale. And we're doing this mindfully, kindly, focusing the breath, merging the breath and the movement. And there's also a little bit of shoulder flexion coming forward, a little bit of shoulder extension when they come back. See how it all fits together? Now we're going to go into the lumbar region, so the waistline and below. We're going to treat this as a unit. So we just focused up here. Now we're going to come down here. Exhale, tip the top of the pelvis back, and inhale, forward. So these are actually rotations of the pelvis. Hips are still flexed in that bend. And we've got an anterior tilt and a posterior tilt, but it's a flexion of the spine. You can ignore the technological talk, or you might find it interesting. And now let's do the whole spine, rounding the whole spine. Inhale, let's take the shoulders and lift the hands. Exhale, let's brush the hands back a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. Inhale, you might want to come up part way. You might want to come up all the way. Inhale, last one here, and exhale. Excellent. Okay, we're going to finish with standing up, and this way we're going to explore the hips. Actually, I just remembered one thing. We'll do flexion and extension of the ankles. We'll do them both together. So let's put the heels down on the floor and the toes are up. That's dorsiflexion, technically extension. And then put the balls of the feet down and lift the heels, plantar flexion. So it's a hinge-like action at the ankles. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, toes down, heels up. Inhale, so you're also getting the calves and the shins activated here. Heels down, toes up as we inhale. Toes down, heels up, and we'll do one more. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, now we're going to stand up. Let's come to that lovely neutral place that we enjoy so much, vertical alignment. Feet are planted. Crown of the head draws you upwards. You're sending energy in two directions. You're also receiving energy from two directions. And let's rest our hands on our bellies, feeling how the breath moves forward and then the breath moves back. The belly pulls back. As we inhale, the belly moves forwards and the belly moves back. For a few moments, like take the hands on the lower back. On the inhale, see if you can feel breath moving back into your hands and then coming forwards as you empty. Now, of course, breath moves in many other directions, but because today's a short session, we're focusing on front and back. And you can have one hand in front, one in back. Expand the breath in both directions. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of flexion and extension in the hip and the knee to finish. So on an exhale, shift the weight to one foot and pull the knee in. This is flexing the knee and the hip. As we take the foot back, you want to come into a lunge, lowering the heel down. So inhale, let's draw the knee up, and exhale, keep the weight a little forward so you bring the knee into extension. You got the heel down and the hip is in extension too. You can even round the back if you like. Bring it in, step it back. Exhale as you bring it in. Inhale as you step it back. Exhale as you bring it in. Step it back. And let's do that much on the other side. So a little bit of balancing as well. Inhale, just lift the knee. Exhale, step the foot back. And remember, we're leaning forward a little bit so we get that long line. Inhale, lifting on the standing leg. Exhale, you're in control of your weight. Inhale, you can round the back. Exhale, you can stretch out. Inhale, the inhale to lift up on the leg, and exhale back. Okay, let's do one more version of that. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to press the hands back. This time the palms are facing back. Don't worry about that. We had them forward earlier, but the shoulders are extended and the back hip is extended. Exhale. As we inhale, shift the weight onto the front leg and lift everything up. And as you exhale, place the back foot down. Let this become meditative. Maybe you want to keep the toenails on the floor so you don't actually have to lift the foot off. It's up to you. Let the inhalation lift you up, including the knee lifts up. And on the exhalation, you become grounded. One more. Nice inhalation up and exhale, stepping back. And just change. And let's start in the lunge and pressing the hands back. That's the exhalation. Shift the weight onto the front foot and let the inhalation lift you up. And exhale, send the leg back. Inhale, you can just keep those toes on the floor if you want a little bit more steadiness. And play with this. Make sure you're not tightening up anywhere. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Let's finish with just a little light shaking. Get a few other movements, bit of lateral movement, which will be tomorrow's theme. Silly noises. And a little bit of rotation. So we've given a little taste of all the different planes to the body today, but we focused on sagittal plane. And notice how your body feels. Letting everything finish and slow down. Stepping the feet comfortably together. Bend the knees, curve the hands. Inhale, open up, shoulder distance. Exhale, relax. Inhale, tall, touch the sky, touch your palms. Exhale, bring the energy down. Let it rest for a moment in front of the heart and smile. How wonderful to have a body to experience life in and with. And then bringing the hands down, fingertips acknowledge the ground below us, our earth. And then folding the hands gently over the low belly. Remain in your gorgeous vertical alignment, plugged into earth and sky, into your curiosity, your kindness, your love, and of course, your breath. Thank you, dear friends, for tuning in to today's session of Movement Medicine Morsels. Drop me a line. Let me know if you feel like it. Drop me a line. Let me know how you feel about a little bit of anatomical talk and sagittal plane. Essentially, sun salutations. Most of sun salutations are happening torso-wise, hip-wise, shoulder-wise on sagittal plane, just as another little memory aid. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.